Alice time.
The problem with America is people walk around still as if everything is going to be okay, chasing the bag, working every day, 100 hours a week, trying to make ends meet and praying and hoping that it's going to be okay. And you have to come to reality that it's not. You have to come to reality that this government and the elites to be want to see you in the doghouse. Period. They're not helping for a reason. They're sending the tax money somewhere else for a reason. They're not putting it back in communities for a reason. Not just poor communities, suburban communities. Everybody needs some love. You feel me? When it comes to taxpayer money, this shit can be built everywhere. There's things that can be progressed everywhere. So it's not about what financial class you gonna be in when this shit go down, because they don't care. This shit could be over regardless anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just that time. The earth needs to cleanse itself. So we have to start coming to reality that things are not going to be great. Our life from the 90s and the early 2000s and all that before then, the 80s, said that shit's over with. We're in a whole nother day and age, man. And they don't want us to live. When you wake up and you realize that, you'll forget about making and impressing anybody else. You'll start realizing that you need to get your mental right for when you lose it all, for when they take everything, when they start starving people. I'm telling you, it's coming. Hate to be the doomsday guy, but I'm still going to keep a smile on my face. But at the end of the day, I understand reality. Don't shoot the messenger, sure, keep it 100.
This is the book of Matthew 6, and I'm going to start at verses 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through to steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where the thieves do not break in or steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Hey, I want to say shalom. I want to say first and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to our hopeful elect. News in the gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson through the spirit. As I'm going through the timeline and the feed, looking at all the videos of prophecy that's been coming out regarding the times that we're living in. You know, brothers are pushing being circumspect, staying grafted in the spirit, prayed up, you know, just walking a tightrope through the spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, not doing too much, not doing too little, and observing the times, because the times are evil. As we just watched this video of this Jake character basically going into these times, as it is titled, "When those evils be even as pilgrims on the earth." And Jake was basically going into how the earth needs to be reset and purged and cleaned because of the current administration that we have over the earth today is that of a wicked one. Okay? The scriptures say that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And when you look at the world and the condition that is in, everybody is in a mourning state. Okay, you got Palestinians. Salakia, you have protesters in damn near every state. Okay, people marching on government buildings, spray painting them. You know, marking police vehicles, robbing, snatching, grabs, shooting, murder. You know, depression, all types of sickness, and it's just one common denominator to this whole entire issue, man. the rulership, which is led by none other than you Idumeans. Okay, you biblical Edomites, which is the so-called Caucasian today. Okay, you are the problem and you are the cancer of the planet Earth because, hey, let's face it, you're the wicked that the Bible talks about. So when you look at the state of people in their affairs, people are on edge, okay? They're pissed, they're angry, they're depressed. The jobs ain't really doing them any justice, or people are not being fulfilled in their roles. And no matter how much these people try to keep up some type of morale, America is done, okay? This rulership is done, and it's time for a new rulership. I went to to Walmart yesterday, man, to pick up a few household items. And I was just standing in line, and I was just looking at the spirit of these people. The spirit that you're seeing on people is of defeat. Okay, people are defeated mentally, physically, spiritually. They have no hope. And basically, just the average person is a ticking time bomb away from literally all hell breaking loose, man. So this Jake made a very interesting point. He said you got to circumvent your mind around losing these things because the average American citizen or the person that harbors in the West, they don't know what it's like to really live without. So this is going to be an even harder time for these people when they're getting exiled out of their homes, their mansions, the things that they've claimed they've worked hard for. You know, their pensions are going to be taken from them, their retirement, their jobs, you know, their mortgages, their vehicles. The things that these people have put their blood, sweat, and tears for to obtain the American dream. As we know, dreams aren't real. These people are going to totally bug out, okay, because they're not expecting the unexpected. Though they see things happening, they're expecting a bounce back, you know. But the average American is not used to cutting back on groceries, you know what I'm saying, cutting back on extracurricular activities, events. Like now you got to decide whether you want to homeschool your kid or put them through public school and putting food on the table. Okay, a lot of kids are having their curriculums cut as far as basketball practice, gymnastics, because these things are rather expensive. You know, and people's money and the dollar is not as the money isn't long as it was. You know, so it's crazy, man. All right, but when you look at just going down a timeline, and that's the spirit I was going to do a lesson on this. It says, professor promotes idea of mass movement in favor of child prostitution. No, it was another lesson I was going to do a lesson on, which is going into WEF. Professor says parent would need a license to raise their own children. As if a birth certificate isn't worse enough, right? But going down a timeline, this is what you see, that of negativity, man. Okay, it says they won't get away with this anymore. We have to stop them. Okay. Also, ISUPK school building hit by car, more mischief and strange activity. Israel-Hamas war. Eve shares dream about war in America and Canada. The thrill is gone. Okay, and the list goes on, man, because these are the times we live in. And this is the reason why I bought out the book of Matthew's, the 6th chapter, starting in verses 20, up, down, laying your treasures in heaven, because the average person, they put their hope and faith in their belongings, their possessions. This is what makes them feel old or important out. Okay, their possessions, their livelihoods, and all this other nonsense. For us here in the faith, we've learned to put our treasures in heavens because we understand that these things that we possess will soon be taken from us, man. Okay, you can read about that in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, 72nd verse, when it goes into that they should be casted out of their houses and their goods, and then they should know, thou shalt know who is my chosen. Okay, so yeah, man, we're definitely in those times. But let's get another couple precepts here. This wasn't meant to be a long lesson. This is Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and I'm gonna start. This is the New Living Translation. I'm gonna start at verses 6. Matter of fact, let's start at 5. It says, matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna come back to that. Let's get this in Proverbs 28, 29, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 2. It says, when the godly are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked are in power, they groan. Okay, when the wicked bear mourn, the people. When the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. So right now, like, you have what they call the AMA, which stands for the American Medical Association. Basically, this petroleum-based these petroleum-based medicines, which is designed to give people cancers. This is predominantly due to the diet and GMOs that they put in the food. But people don't have really options. I mean, everybody's been on a health kick the last 3 years because of, the what. But even then, people are still sick, man. And a lot of it is dealing with stress in the body, inflammation due to these doctors they're going to, and also the inflammatory foods. But see, this is what happens when you have the wicked in power. Okay, they poison the mind, they poison the people. Okay, and the fact that you claim to have a rulership, your own people are being literally poisoned by your own wicked dealings, man. Which shows you how much of a devil Esau truly is. Okay, check this out. This is a video that I've done maybe 3 years ago, and I'm noticing that they're taking all these videos down. It says Kansas officials to start testing people without symptoms. Okay, now this was obviously going into the what, but the fact that they've got me 3 years later shows you that they're getting ready to do something, because why are they taking all these videos down? Okay, if they were done and this thing was done and over with, why are they taking these videos down, which is exposing their information? Okay, because that big one is getting ready to come. That's going to catch everybody off guard, because now everybody is fixated on this World War III with the whole Palestinian conflict with the Israelis and this whole Ukrainian conflict, which you haven't heard about that. Okay, Ukraine just objectively disappeared 3 weeks ago. But prior to that, Ukraine this, Ukraine that. Okay, due to the social norms of Western controlled medias, they choose to focus on what's putting in the news, man. And they choose to keep you dumbed down. But watch this whole ordeal come back. All of a sudden, we have a new one on the rise. It's killing people, and to the point people are going to start dropping dead from it. And then they can use that to harbor in their jurisdictions with their militaries, man. Okay, to be forcibly implanting you with that MOTB. So it's a lot of shit that's on the horizon, man. Okay, and we got to keep our eyes open. But going back to this Isaiah the 24th chapter, it reads here, the earth suffers for the sins of his people, for they have twisted the Most High's instructions and violated his laws, which proves that the law, statutes, and commandments are supposed to be in up power. Okay, this is supposed to be the law of the world, the law, statutes, and commandments, because we know that it brings prosperity to those that keep it. And it reads, it says, and broken his everlasting covenant, therefore a curse consumed the earth, and they must pay for the price of their sin. They are destroyed by fire, and only a few are left alive. But as the grapevines waste away, there's no new vine, and all the merrymakers do sigh and mourn, right? Because once things shut down, and once systems are closed down or shut down for good, hey, people are gonna scramble like dogs in order to get what's reserved of these systems, man. Okay, even if that means running in your crib, crack you upside your melon to get a piece of bread, whether it be molded or the rats got it. Basically, they're gonna do what they gotta do, because these people have no discipline. Okay, these people, they don't fast, they don't pray. Okay, they don't look into a higher power. Okay, they don't come together when in time of need. But yet it's a dog-eat-dog world, because the American lifestyle has bred narcissism and greed, okay, and sociopathic behavior. And it says here, and the merrymakers sigh and mourn, and the cheerful sound of tambourines is still, and the happy cities of celebration are heard no more. Your club venues, your bread and circus, your baseball games, your football games, man. Okay, your concerts. No more Cardi B, no more Megan Thee Stallion, no more Sexy Red, no more Drake, no more Jay-Z and Beyonce, no more of that madness that you people have been accustomed to. But it says here, gone is the joy and the wine of songs. Gone are the joy of wine and songs, and alcoholic drinks turn into bitter in the mouth. It says the city writes in chaos, and every home is locked up to keep out intruders, man. Right, because you're gonna have marauders, as we often speak about, that's gonna go house to house, man. Okay, if they feel that there's some type of substance in that house, then they're gonna go in there and they're gonna obtain it, man, through any means necessary. Okay, so murder and kidnapping is gonna come back in a very big way, because if you don't have anything they want, they will take you, your wives, your sons, and your daughters. And this is why we prompt you women to be utmost humble. Okay, because in this time that we're getting ready to enter into, you women are going to be the primary target. Okay, because, hey, you are the most lucrative in this society. Let's face it, this society has been set up for you, man. And this is why you have all the riches. You have the liberty. You have the best jobs. You have the best apartments. You have the best credit scores. You have the best insurance rates. You have the best vehicles. Okay, the best careers. You get the crema de la crema of the crop of this society, man. And people know that, mainly men, and they're gonna seek you. You know, but it says the city writhes in chaos, and every home is locked up to keep out intruders. Mobs gather in the streets, crying out for wine, but joy is turned into gloom, and gladness has been banished from the land, and the city is left in ruins, and its gates are battered down. Okay, and throughout the earth, the story is the same. Only a remnant is left, like the stray of the olives left on a tree, or but a few grapes left on the vineyard after the harvest, man. Okay, but all those who are left shout and sing for joy. Those in the west praise the Lord's majesty, right? Because the elect is going to be preserved through this. But this is going to be a worldwide thing, man. Okay, as we're seeing rise in all countries right now. Okay, we're seeing them in France protest pension reform. Okay, we're seeing them over there in the land of Israel, Palestine. Okay, they're protesting. Okay, parts of Germany, all over the planet Earth, man. At a point in time, Italy. People are rising up, man. Even over here in America, you have small protests. Okay? So, yeah, man, this thing is getting ready to blow over, man. And when it happens, hey, don't say that you weren't warned. Because the prophets, we've been warning you week in and week out. This is a warning. Okay? So you can't say that you didn't know, you didn't take heed to it. You know? But this is the book of 2 Ezra 16. And I'm going to start at verses, matter of fact. Yep, this started verses 15 and 5. It says, behold, says the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay, and this is what we're reading about, and this is what that Jake was going into. But it says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled. Through the rigorous laws, man, through the mutation of the genitals, okay, through the Momo agenda. And that's just to name a few offenses that these people have committed. Okay, but they've committed acts against humanity, man. Esau is totally dehumanizing our people. Okay, he's bombing innocent villages. He's literally putting chemicals in the water and the air to turn the animals something unnatural, man. To the point that you got fucking horses humping horses, man. Of the same species, male. You see? So this is why we got to get up out of here. All right. 2 Ezra 16. And I'm going to start at verses 38. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month. Matter of fact, I started 36. 35. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahweh. Behold the word of the Lord and receive it, and believe not the gods whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are slack. But as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of our great birth, pains compass her womb, which pains when a child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so should not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world should mourn, and sorrow should come upon it on every side, man, okay? Because like I said, this is going to be a global phenomenon, especially when a dollar collapses. That's going to affect all these nations globally, man. And you can see why these other nations are fed up with Babylon the Great. And this is why everybody is trying to do away with the dollar, because they don't want they don't want this dollar when it collapses. They don't want it to affect their economies, man, directly. Because once the dollar collapses, by it being the world's reserve currency, everything goes to shit after that. Okay, you're going to have other currencies like the BRICS nations, like they've made a statement that the Iraqi government is going online January 1st without the U.S. dollar, which is going to hurt the U.S. dollar. Okay, and when those other nations fall in line under BRICS, they're going to use their back currencies through silver, gold, or whatever means they may have. And they're going to outdo this fractional reserve banking system. And what's going to happen is that, hey, you people in the West and around the world, it's going to be bad case. As we're seeing major banks fail now, okay, more is coming. And what they're doing, they're slowly rolling you into this collapse, man. Okay, and you people, you're so fucking blind, you don't even see it. But as long as you can get up and go to work in the morning and slave for your 9 to 5, that's all you care about. Okay, you people are very, very vexing to the spirit, man. Okay, I mean, you American, you don't stand for a damn thing. If it ain't bread and circus and drinks, then you don't give a damn about it, man. As long as it ain't hitting you. But it says, oh, my people, hear my word and make you ready to thy battle. And those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, man. All right, let me do this real quick. And when you look up the definition of a pilgrim, matter of fact, I'm going to type it in real quick. Give me 1 second. Shit. And a pilgrim is a person that moves from place to place. All right. But let me go ahead and give you a proper definition. Pilgrim definition. And it says here, a travel or wanderer like a pilgrim. Okay. It says a person who journeys to a sacred place for religious reasons, man. And our sacred place is going to be behind the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But physically, we're not going to be able to remain in our apartments. Okay, we have martial law outside. You have people, marauders, people kicking in doors. Okay, stealing resources at gunpoint. We ain't going to just be sitting in the crib, man. Okay, because, hey, it's going to be uproar. It's going to be chaos out here. A lot of these houses, they're going to burn them to the ground. A lot of these cities, they're going to be burnt to the ground. A lot of these bridges are going to be collapsed, man. You know, and it's going to be complete madness, man. All right. So, hey, man, brothers, keep your head on the swivel. Stay in the spirit. You few sisters out there, get in line, man. This is your time now that you need to be seeking men of the Lord if you ain't got one. And stop playing with the Most High, man. You know, so, hey, with that, call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom. Shalom. Lord's will you will edify it to the next lesson. Shalom.